Alright guys, so we're actually going to do another video. This is going to be recorded straight after my Brotherhood product review, but I thought it was just something that I found interesting and I'm going to discuss about it a little bit more. I can't apparently English apparently, well, I said apparently twice, see, I can't English today. Well, anyway, so what do I want to discuss today is Assassin's Creed Syndicate Season Pass. Is it really worth it? Now, the Season Pass has been out since 2015, as of late December, I think. Well, not December, actually. Like, it depends when you bought it, I suppose. I guess it was released about October, roughly. Not too sure because PS4 and Xbox One came out before the PC version. Okay, so let me give you a little rundown. The Assassin's Creed Syndicate Season Pass is about $39.95 in Australian dollars, which is on the Uplay store. On the Steam store, it's about $29.95 in USD. On Xbox One from the Microsoft store, it's about $39.95. And surprisingly, on the PS4, it's $44.95 for the Season Pass. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay, so what do you get in the Season Pass? Well, the main gist of the Season Pass was to promote Jack the Ripper, right? So it's a single player campaign. And we also have the last Maharaja. We have a Long Night exclusive mission, a Streets of London pack, some DLCs that were included in some of the editions of Syndicate, the Runaway Train and the Darwins and Dickens conspiracy. And on here it says many outfits and weapons, but it is the steampunk pack and also the Victorian Legends pack. Okay, so okay, they vary in prices. That's one thing, and it's very interesting that the PlayStation one is actually worth about $44.95. That's actually like nearly like $5 more than PC and Xbox. So that's a little bit interesting. Alright, so in terms of the DLC content, why am I doing this? Well, basically, I finished the last Maharaja, and this was the last piece of DLC that was released in terms of the season pass because I got it quite early. I believe you got the exclusive missions, the Streets of London packs, and the outfits quite early, and then you got Jack the Ripper, and then you got the last Maharaja, and I think the last Maharaja actually came out early this year at some point. I can't remember because I was playing Syndicate every now and again. Anyway, so is it really worth this little price tag I've seen? Okay, well, one thing that I think about is that this the price is actually quite on the high end in terms of a season pass. Assassin's Creed, I think since 3, Brotherhood didn't have a season pass, neither did Revelations. But since 3, we've had season passes, except for Unity. Unity, they ended up giving Dead Kings for free, and Chronicles China was released for free. Not for free, as a separate game. And essentially, do I think it's really worth the price tag? Well, it's a bit debatable. I do believe it's a very on the high end. Jack the Ripper was a great campaign. Shortish, but the storyline was very good. You play in the footsteps of Evie Fry in her later years, so obviously this story takes place right after the events of Syndicate. If you haven't played Syndicate, I'm going to make this spoil free, so I'll try my best not to spoil too much. But essentially, it's a follow-up of Syndicate, the Syndicate main storyline, right? And so I personally thought it was worth it because I enjoyed the Jack the Ripper DLC. That's why I bought more of the season pass for. I didn't really buy it for actually the other content. The other content is always just a bonus. Well, anyway, this price tag is basically nearly comparable to Assassin's Creed 3 at the time, and I believe that I bought the Assassin's Creed 3 season pass when it came out for basically more than this price tag actually. I bought it for nearly $50 on the PlayStation 3 at the time. So, uh, but in comparison, maybe to Assassin's Creed 4 Season Pass, the Assassin's Creed 4 Season Pass was 20 or 25 for the PlayStation 3 for me anyway. And I thought it was a great DLC. Freedom Cry was very good. price tag was low. You got also these kind of contents as well, and you had multiplayer even, some content. These are all single player, which I love. I was glad that Syndicate was solely focused on single player content. Anyway, so in terms of the price, it's a bit skeptical on that. Okay, content wise, content Jack the Ripper, great thing. The exclusive mission, I think it was a very low level like mission, and I think it's a once-off thing that you do at your hideout once you obtain it after sequence 3. I'm doing a playthrough, so I can't remember exactly what sequence it is, but I'll see it soon. Streets of London pack, I rarely played the Runaway Train. Actually, I think that is the mission that I did. Anyway, I don't know. And the Darwin and Dickens conspiracy, I think the Darwin and Dickens conspiracy, you do quite a bit of missions. It's like 10 missions or so, roughly. Now, the outfits and weapons, that's very interesting. If you bought it separately, you'll be buying these outfits for $6.95. That's very high for some outfits, really, isn't it? It's a cosmetic skin that will improve your gameplay ever so little, and I don't know if it's actually just the outfit, but it may contain some weapons as well. So I'm not too entirely sure to that, but the Streets of London pack and all that's included in this season pass. You're entitled to a couple of missions that were exclusively given to people who own special editions, such as the Charing Cross edition, the Rooks edition, Blood and Steel pack, which you'll see eventually what I'm talking about. And they entitled you to a couple of weapons as well. But obviously these are just some in-game stuff. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. And then it comes down back to this other second piece of content that they were solely focused on, was the Last Maharaja. For me personally, the Last Maharaja, it was set during the times of the events of Syndicate, and you play with Duleep. In terms of, like, you'll be playing mostly as Jacob. Sometimes you interchange between Evie. But I'm saying, if you were to buy the DLC separately, I'll have a quick look as to how much it is. I can't actually see a price on it, but it might be about $6.95 as well. And it's a bit lacklusting. The story's a bit there. It kind of brings you some of the events in terms of, like, how you had to do some of the missions in the original Syndicate main storyline, and then they try to bring it back here. Sort of like that. And I think it's a continuation, I think. Maybe. I'm not too sure, as I said. I have to play Syndicate once again for my Let's Play series, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. But, yeah, so for me, it's a bit lackluster. What I'm very unfortunate about is, but I see the reason why, is that Assassin's Creed, the Dreadful Crimes pack, was exclusively for the PlayStation 4. And obviously they had it exclusively, but only for a certain period of time. What I found very unfortunate is that it wasn't actually included in the Season Pass. I don't know if it was included in the Season Pass in the PlayStation pack. Maybe that's why it's a bit more, maybe $45. You get the, what do you call it again? The Dreadful Crimes pack. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't bought the PS4 Season Pass yet, because I want to get 100% on that. That's my personal goal for the PS4. But, as I said, I'm not too sure. Maybe that's why there's a price difference between the 3 season passes. Anyway, so, but I ended up getting the Dreadful Crimes pack separately, and you will have to, and it's about $6.95 on the Uplay store. This is in Australian currency, by the way. And so yeah, that's that. And yeah, so season pass wise, Jack the Ripper, the DLC itself, is $20. For a story campaign, it's $20. And if you buy it for, what? So it's another $20. So if you equate it, about like 7 plus 7 with the 2 outfits, that's about 14. So that would be about 34 plus another 7. So it's about 41. Roughly. This is all in my head, I'm just quickly doing it. I might not be correct. And then you have the Last Maharaja. So you get, if you're buying it for $40, yeah, you do save a bit of money. in terms of content wise, if you just want story, story, you could probably save $20. Outfits are not essential. They look very, yeah, it's okay. Not the best, in my opinion. They're okay. Uh, but yeah, so that's my little speculation on the season pass. If it's really worth it, do you believe it's really worth it? Let me know down in the description. Not description. I keep saying description. Need to fix that. Let me know down in the comments down below. If you really think it's worth it. Tell me maybe reasons why you think it's worth it, or maybe some reasons why you don't think it's worth it. Let me know down in the comments down below so that we can have a little bit of a discussion here. And so yeah, that wraps up my video practically. Hope that you guys will be watching my Assassin's Creed Syndicate gameplay series, which will be down in the description below, and you can also check it out in my playlists on my actual channel. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. This lets me know and where I'm heading with my videos. But until then guys, have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.